Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. My name is yoadrian, and as you can see, we are playing Metro Simulator 19 today. This game is an early alpha game. It was released a few days ago actually. It is on Steam for $9.99. I will have a link down in the description below for you guys if you guys do want to check out the game. One thing though about this game is it is in Russian, so it's not an American game. So all of the wording and stuff is in Russian, but there are subtitles for the game in English, which is kind of cool. Like I mentioned, it's early alpha, so it's brand new. And if you guys have been noticing, a lot of the games I've been playing recently are in early alpha stages. So with that being said, recent games and games coming up, there's a lot of games I have on my Steam wishlist that I really do want to check out. And so we'll have a lot of games coming up on the channel here that are in early alpha stages. So this is one of them. We'll have another one out this weekend. Actually, 2 out this weekend. So, yeah, let's go ahead and stay tuned for those. But, as you can see here, Metro Simulator 19, we have a couple different options here. We have free ride and scenarios. We're going to hop in scenarios here. But, welcome to Moscow Metro. Today we will get familiar with one of the newest lines of the Moscow Metro by traveling from Remenki to Petrovsky Park. This is an informational scenario in which you will find out about stations and meaningful places. But we're not going to deal with that. We're going to do the tutorial. Here we'll take a look at the basic train controls. You will know how to drive a train and what you need to do to complete scenarios. So we'll go here, controlling the train. And depending on how long these scenarios are, I'm going to try to do both of them in this episode. But we're going to do controlling the train today, so we'll hit start on that. Alrighty. So it's got very, very fast loading times, which is really nice. The graphics aren't the best. As you can kind of see here, it's kind of like stuff that's just built into it, not built in, but it's like integrated graphics and whatnot, but then there's stuff that just pops out. So it's kind of like a balance of both basically. But welcome to Metro Simulator 2019. Today we will learn about driving the train, look at basic controls using the reverse switch, moving the train, controlling the auto informer, opening doors, and so on. Also we will look into the Lomonovsky Prospect Station. We have 2 ways to interact with buttons and switches in the cab. First, you will just find the switch and press the left mouse button. Second, you can also press appropriate key on your keyboard. You can always change key binding and settings, blah, blah, blah. First of all, we need to turn on the batteries. Now find battery switch and left click on it or just press B. Alrighty, so batteries would normally be towards the back. The one thing though about this is the mouse is what controls you, so it's very, very slow paced. But I'm assuming this right here is the battery. Yep. Now let's set up the auto informer. Plays names of stations to passengers. Keep in mind you will have to turn it on in time. If you fail to do this, you will not be able to get enough points to complete the scenario. So that's going to be a big key of this game, is the station monitor thing. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Select Route 77, Petrovsky Park to Remenki, which is what looks like it's selected. Using these route buttons, pay attention. If you are moving on the first track, you should press route selection button. You should see that backlight has turned on. Okay. Set to beginning, which is situated to the left of the auto informer panel. Okay, so these are the only buttons on the left side. I don't think it's any of these. Is it these that are lit up? No, these? No. Let me try some of these. Aha! You. Okay. Now you can see a list of stations on the auto informer screen. You need to press play recording to play it, or you can press I on the keyboard to try to do that. By the way, this button is duplicated on the panel along with some other important buttons. It's one of these. It's one of these. Oh, we're just going to press I. If you accidentally played a recording too early or missed it and you need to move to the next recording, you can select the needed one using the arrow key to the right of the auto informer screen. Okay, that makes...
The next station is Seiska.
Okay. So it kind of plays the recording in English and Russian, which is really kind of cool. Because as you can see, this entire cab is in Russian, so it's kind of cool that the recording actually plays in Russian and in English. Now we're going to travel from Remenki Station to the Lomonovsky Prospect Station on the second track. We already have this route selected, but now it's playing backwards, so let's cancel it by pressing escape button to the right of the auto informer screen, which is this one. Select route button, backlit should turn off, and press to beginning. Thus we have selected an order. Now select 77. Petrovsky to Rumenki. Yeah, that's what we got. Let's hit the plot informer. Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, but release select route. Aha, okay. So, look at the leftmost screen on the panel. There you can see a picture from cameras on the sides of the train. There are buttons below the screen that can be used to switch between cameras. Try to do it. Oh, that's pretty cool though, how you can actually like view cameras on the train. That's honestly really cool. Change general camera using C key can move to the passenger camera. Oh. That's awesome actually. Okay, now it's time to set the train in motion. First you need to set the moving direction. You can do it with reverse control, left control on keyboard. It has 3 positions. I don't know this thing right here. Yep. So we want to go 3 position, neutral, forward, and reverse. Select forward. Probably did it wrong. There we go. Look at the speedometer screen. Allowed speed is marked in the green zone, and red zone is speed restriction. If you exceed the limit, the emergency brakes will engage, which is normal. Sometimes there can be yellow zone on the speedometer. It means that the next speed limit is stricter than the current one. In this case, prepare to slow down. Warning, it needs some time to transmit the speed limit from traffic lights and speedometer screen. Usually it's a few seconds. If you will not wait for speed limits to update before moving. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that makes sense. Can we continue? Enter. Okay, I got you. Okay, well, for some reason it's not letting me select anything. I can't hit continue or anything either, so I'm just kind of like stuck in this screen. Something here? Okay, so I figured it out. I had to go into the controls and look at it, but one of the most important tasks of every train driver is to follow the schedule. You can see that 3 next stations on your tablet. Also, you can see current time, so you're scoring messages above fines, like not announcing the station, running a red light, and so on, about adding scores. To make the train moving, move the controller forward. There are 4 acceleration positions, idle, 3 braking positions. And slow down, you need to move the controller backwards. This is one of the braking positions. You can also move the controller using W and S keys. Okay, now get moving. Try to stop just on the platform. Pay attention on 7 sign means you need to stop here on the train consisting of 7 cars. Okay, well we're on the move. Not sure what a blue signal means, but a blue signal means the camera actually moves too, which is really, really cool. Okay, we'll just go idle now. So this is actually really cool. So we have to be at Prospect at 32. Which, okay, so this is a little wonky, it kind of seems like. Yeah, the controller's a little wonky. So we're going to be late in the Prospect, though, which I'm cool with. Oh, shit, that was a big bump. Okay. Is this where I'm supposed to be? No. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what 7 they were talking about. 7, there it is. Okay, I think for the remainder I'm just going to use the keyboard. Oh, actually cool how there's a mirror to watch your train. That's actually really cool too. Delayed arrival. I understand. I'm still trying to figure out. Now let's open the doors for passengers. First, you need to choose the side on the which you want the doors. Pressing select doors button, either left or right, R or T, R right, T on keyboard. Now the platform is on your left, so choose the left side. So R. Now release close doors button E. And now you can push either open left doors F or open right doors G, and open the doors F. Play the auto informer recording. Close the doors by pushing E.
This train terminates at Petrovsky Park.
Okay, close the doors. Should never see the next station. Keep on speedometer and try not to break the speed limit.
The next station is Lomonosovsky Prospect.
Уважаемые пассажиры, в вагоне поезда держитесь за поручни.
Okay. Nothing on the signal there. This game sounds. I mean, this game seems simple enough. It's really cool how they added that camera integration into the game, which I really think is awesome. I don't want to go full throttle. We'll do one. I'm still trying to learn the controls of this game, but I mean, it's not that hard to drive a subway. It's just the fact of it not being in a language that I'm like completely familiar with. But I mean, I'm Ukrainian, so it's kind of similar to Russian, but not really. But I don't know much about it. I did back as a kid. I knew a little bit more than I do now, but I just seem to have forgotten it. So yeah. But we're gonna be up on Lomonosovsky Prospect. Lomonosovsky Prospect, I think that's how you say it. That's actually really cool though. With like the cameras and everything, you can kind of switch between the different cameras. That's the one thing about this game that's I really like, and I mean it's really the graphics on this game as well. They're not the worst looking graphics. Next station is close. Prepare to brake. Try to get the whole train on the station, but don't brake too late. But yeah, I mean it's not the worst looking graphics. I mean for a $10 game, it's kind of something that's expected. But I mean hell, it's decent for what you get. I mean, the game wasn't on sale like a lot of those games on Steam are on sale, like when they first come out and whatnot. So I mean, this one wasn't because it's only like $9.99 I want to say. But yeah, I will have a link down in the description below if you guys do want to check it out. I actually do kind of enjoy it. I might do a lot more on it, but it looks like we got a train. Oh, never mind. I'm just seeing things. So we want to try to get the whole train on the platform. So here we are. Didn't turn on any headlights or anything. So they didn't tell me to turn on any headlights or anything, but there's a dude standing way too damn close. So they want us to get the whole train on the platform. We got 7 cars. Oh, let's actually switch to my other camera. I wish you could like zoom in like for the last car and see. I wonder if that's going to be like a feature in an update where you can kind of switch between the different car cameras. But there's that mirror again. I kind of like how they do that with the mirror and stuff, and like in the camera you got the passengers and everything. I feel like that's really, really, really cool. Play the auto informer, I, and then R,
This is Lomonosovsky
E,
Prospect.
F.
Поезд следует до станции Петровский.
So we play the message situation where you have emergency brakes engaged. You have an emergency brake switch P. Choice is yours. You can brake the speed limit, run a red light, or use a manual switch. Okay. Situation where you have an emergency brake engaged. You have an emergency brake switch P. The choice is yours. You can either brake the speed limit, run a red light, or use a manual switch. Okay. I can do that. So doors are closing. We'll break the speed limit, I guess. At least I'm pretty sure doors are closed. Okay, well, let's run a red light then. Okay, I think what I did was I accidentally hit the emergency brake. So we'll have to move this back to neutral, I want to say is what they said. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I did, but I did something. Now the train's moving. So we're actually brake. You have exceeded the maximum speed limit. The emergency braking was engaged. You need to disable emergency braking switch in order to continue movement. If emergency braking has been activated, but speed has fallen below the speed limit, you can press brake and cancellation Z to deactivate the emergency brake system. Also, you can move the reverse switch to neutral and back to forward. Start moving the train, fully stop, move the reverse switch neutral, move back to forward. Warning, do not forget to move the controller to neutral or any braking position before doing that, otherwise the train will start moving after you set the reverse to forward. Makes sense. So we'll move it back to forward. I think that's forward. Because that's reverse. There. Okay. So we did that. So we should be good now. Alright, so this game is kind of a struggle sometimes to try to figure out what it wants you to do. Just because I've done what it said, I moved it to neutral, I canceled the braking, and then I did all that, and for some reason it's still like not wanting to work because it's in neutral, and then it went back up to forward. But as you can see, train still doesn't move, and I'll put it to neutral. I'll cancel the braking, and then I'll put it back in the forward, and it's still nothing. So this game is like I don't know, it's just one of those like weird games. And then as you can see here, the mouse is kind of hovering on both my monitors, so it's kind of hard to actually get it to work properly. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do right now, because I did all that already. We canceled the brakes. Well, we should be able to go. So you need to disable emergency braking switch in order to continue movement. If emergency braking has been activated, but speed has fallen below the speed limit, you can press braking cancellation Z to deactivate the emergency braking system. Also, you can move the reverse switch to neutral and then back to forward to start moving after the train has fully stopped, which I've done. Okay, so we move it to neutral, and then we'll move it back to forward, which is what we're at. So we did that, and then start moving the train after it's fully stopped. Move the reverse switch to neutral position and move back to forward. Warning, do not forget to move the controller to neutral or any braking system, which it's in neutral because I can't do anything with it before doing that. Otherwise the train will start moving just after you set the reverse switch to forward. So unless I'm doing something wrong, which I don't think I am, because it's not letting me do anything. I can't cancel the emergency braking at all because I've already done it, and it's not letting me do anything else. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do because I've already done this because it's in neutral now. I don't have to cancel it because I haven't fallen below any like braking, unless I'm supposed to actually do it to from neutral to forward, but I can't actually do that. So I'm still trying to figure out what the hell, unless we come here to key bindings, which are these. But as you can see here, forward reverse, which is the throttle, and then reverse is left control, but there is no forward. This is for the reverser. There's no like left control, and then you got all of this stuff. So emergency braking is P, which there's nothing we can really do. So I don't understand. And as you can see, we're back, but there's nothing I can do. So I don't know. I legit just do not know, unless I'm missing something from back here. Which I don't see why I would be. Because right now the throttle's in idle. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what you do after an emergency brake application, because it's not really letting me do anything. And I've basically done everything I'm supposed to do. So I don't know. So alright, so what I'm going to do, since I couldn't figure out the rest of that, because I literally sat here for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and I've done what it told me to do and it just wouldn't move. Unless that was supposed to be the end of the scenario. But we're going to move on to the next one, maneuvering. So we're going to learn about switch arrows, leaving the cabin, and turning the train in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy. Alright, now we are going to learn about turning the train in a dead end. After this tutorial, you will know how to leave the train, use switch arrows, and move between the cabins. Continue. Now we look at the first track of the Ramenki station. Our task is to turn the train and get to the second track. First, let's do some standard actions. Get the train moving, turn on the batteries, and move to forward. So that's what we'll do. Right there. Oh, okay. So I feel like I know what I did wrong in the last one, because I feel like it was supposed to be towards the bottom, not the front. Okay. In scenarios mode, the track can be prepared beforehand. All switch arrows can be set in a way that allows you to get a dead end without additional actions. Now we will have to do it ourselves. First, we drive a little closer to the next traffic light. So we're just going to be creeping up to the light here. Like right about here, I want to say. Now proceed to the dead end, but keep an eye on the speedometer. Okay, so we'll go about 10 miles an hour. I'm still not sure what the blue switch means, so I don't know. Please press left mouse button to use the switch arrow. So I don't know what restricted speed we're going to be at, unfortunately. But we're just trying to get this up to the next track. I don't want to exceed 10 miles an hour. So we'll go 11 miles an hour. The switches are locked, so I'm assuming that it's just going to do all the switching for me, which would be kind of nice. So I feel like we're going to head this way, and then we're just going to diverge back, which is kind of stupid. And I'm going to keep an eye on the speedometer, but it is training for us, so I don't really know what the speed limit is at all either. That's the only bad part about this whole like thing. So I'm assuming it's 40, but I don't want to go 40 on a switch move. So I'm pretty sure this is track 2. We'll run into the station, probably switch cabins and everything. So yeah, but like I said, I could not figure out the ending to that first scenario. Maybe I might go back in now and try to figure it out. After we get done here, I might try to go back, figure it out, and just have it edited in the video. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see, because I think I realized what my problem was, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure how many cars I have on this train either. I think I have 7. Proceed to the dead end, but keep an eye on the speedometer. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be on this track, but there is a flashing red up ahead, so I'm assuming that that's where I'm supposed to stop. Alright, now I can stop. Awesome. Okay, now we need to go into the other cabin. First of all, move the reverse switch to the neutral. Doesn't necessary action, otherwise you won't be able to use the reverse switch in the other cabin. First one is fast, just press the N key. Okay, you did it. Now get back by pressing N again. Another way is slower. First leave the chair by pressing enter. Walk to the door, towards the platform. Look at the door. Press left mouse button to open it. Aha. Hey, at least we can run, which is nice. But I feel like this is a lot more realistically, so I'll probably be playing it this way, just to get kind of like the real feel to the game and whatnot. But yeah, these are the tutorials for the game that we're kind of going over now. Next time we play it, we'll probably do some free ride missions. We'll see what we got going on there. Open the door and sit down. Get close to the chair by pressing enter to do it. Okay, open this door. Okay, we'll shut that as well. We'll get in the chair, hit enter. Awesome. Move the reverse to forward. Okay, so I didn't do it wrong. I didn't do it right then. I don't know. Move the switch arrows in a way that they will lead you to the tunnel to the right. Leave the dead end and stop at the station. Alright, turn on those lights. Don't need no horn, but I'm just going to blare it just in case. I'm assuming that the blue means clear then, if that's kind of what we're doing. I'm assuming that blue means clear. So, instead of going... So, I'm pretty sure that's what they did, was make it a training exercise. But I feel like, yeah, all these switches look like they're lined up for a movement. A little bouncing around going down and whatnot. But I'm assuming we have a 7-car train today. But, yeah, it's the switching is a little bit wonky on this, because you can see the animations. back there when we were on that Switch, you saw how the animation kind of like jolted. So the animations on the Switches are a little bit wonky. Hopefully they do fix that in an update. Unless that's just how the Russian subways are. Because I know in real life, like the CTA subways, they're a little jolty. Not as jolty as that on Switches, but they are. It's not as like taking like an Amtrak train or like a commuter train. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just how they are in Russia. But it is a little bit wonky. And we're coming up to the 7 here, so we should actually probably be good to stop right over here. There we go. Now leave your chair, walk to the platform. Delayed arrival. Oh well, I'm still trying to figure this crap out. Walk to the platform, left door. Congratulations, you have made it past the tutorial. You can leave the train at any station to take at a look at it in free mode. In some scenarios, you'll have to start the game on a platform. Okay, well that was that, guys. I'm not going to run back and play the other scenario just because I kind of got the gist of what I'm supposed to do, try to start the train, and how to do it in emergency. I'm thinking that scenario was just kind of glitched or whatever. But that is going to go and do it for Metro Simulator 2019. I hope you guys did enjoy. Smash that like button if you did. Drop a comment down below letting me know if you guys want to see more of this game. Let me know if you guys want to see any other games that are on Steam or Origin or whatever. Any early access. Anything that's probably, I want to say, less than $30 for right now. Just because I'm not trying to spend $60 on more games. I want to try to find like games that are a little bit less to play and whatnot. So let me know if you guys want to see anything in streams or in videos and whatnot. Let me know down in the comments below. You can also throw it in the suggestion box on the Discord server. Link is in the description below for that. Or you can even at me on Twitter. He like, yo Adrian, play this game or whatever. So I'll gladly take suggestions. I know that King of Retail suggestion I had was kind of moving on the channel. So I'm going to definitely do more of those as well. But yeah, guys, hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I'm actually going to be away this weekend, so I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Have you guys had an awesome week. I will catch you guys here on the next episode. Peace out, everyone.